Hey.
And we've
Hello.
got lots of people joining. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
kick it.
Wow, it's a huge number just streaming in. Awesome. Hello and welcome everyone to today's class. My name is Evita and I am the dietitian at That Clean Life and Practice Better. And my co-host today is Brittany. We are so excited about this class because we are going to show you how to create and run a successful meal planning subscription service with That Clean Life and Practice Better. This has been a question that's been asked so often recently, so I'm really excited to dive into this. Before we kick off, I want to ask everybody a question. Are you planning to run a meal planning subscription service in 2024, so this year? Or perhaps you're in the initial thinking stages about this. Let us know. I want you to open up that chat, change the chat settings to everyone so everyone can see what you're saying. And we've already got a bunch of answers flowing in, a ton of yeses, possibly. This is fantastic. Initial stages, thinking about it. Maggie says maybe never thought about it. So this is great. And just prepared to start the setup. Fantastic. All right. So if you are planning to run a subscription service, if you're thinking about it, if you maybe haven't thought about it and this is going to be a new idea, I promise that this class is going to be very helpful. You are going to see the best way to set up and run that meal planning subscription service and deliver an amazing experience for your subscribers. So while you are still popping into the chat, let us know too where you are tuning in from. Brittany and I are both based in Calgary, Alberta, in Western Canada. And we want to introduce ourselves as well for the host of today's class. So I mentioned I'm a registered dietitian at That Clean Life. I previously worked in community and acute care hospitals for several years, building a really strong foundation to provide evidence-based and personalized care. But during this time, I also saw a really big gap in health and nutrition technology. So this is really what led me to my work at That Clean Life, building nutrition software that makes it easy for practitioners like yourself to deliver guidance to your clients in a really streamlined way. And over to my co-host, Brittany.
Hi everyone. So glad to see you all here. So my name is Brittany. I kind of go by a couple titles here, but today I'm your business success coach at Practice Better. So I have a background in holistic nutrition where I was once a user many years ago now of both Practice Better and That Clean Life. So my work at Practice Better really focuses on partnerships and events like this where I have the opportunity to show health and professionals like you how to utilize Practice Better to help you run and grow your business. So I'm thrilled to chat to you today about membership programs. And that's me too. So we have a very engaged audience here today, which is so awesome. That always fuels us, gives us a ton of energy. So let's keep the chat flowing. We love hearing from you. We know that we only have a really limited time together today. So we're guessing about 30 to 45 minutes approximately. We made sure to keep the class free of fluff and make it as valuable as possible for you. So let's go through our agenda quickly. First, you're going to learn exactly what a meal planning subscription is. And then next, we'll go over some critical things before diving headfirst into having a subscription service. We're going to show you how to use That Clean Life to really easily create nutrition content for your subscription service. And then also how to pair it together with that Practice Better to set up and deliver your subscription service. Finally, we're going to reveal a bonus offer that we're really excited about that we've put together for you specifically for today's content. It's going to give you everything you need to take what you've learned today and impact more lives and grow your business. So again, this is going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. We'll have a Q&A at the end. So for those of you who want to stay longer and ask questions, please keep that in mind. You're welcome to do so and we encourage it. And if you do have any questions throughout the session, just drop them in the Q&A box. So the Q&A box, not the chat, that would be preferred. And we will do our best to answer them all towards the end, so long as they're, on today's topic and we have time. So we're going to turn off our video so that we can focus on the deck and you can focus on your screen and we will kick this off. All right, so let's start by talking about what a meal planning subscription service is. So, a meal planning subscription service is basically a subscription service that you set up and provide continuous content to your clients. So, on an ongoing basis. Health professionals are in a great position to create a super valuable and profitable subscription service because after clients are either done working with you or maybe this is kind of their first exposure to you, they're often looking for a way to maintain their progress, and this service will help them do that. So they might not need one on one support anymore, but they would still love to access your guidance and expertise. And this is where putting together a subscription service gives them access to that. So they have access in this instance to things like meal plans and recipes, and it allows your clients to continue to work with you more informally, and for you a little bit more hands off. So it gives them helpful content month over month so they can continue to reach their health goals. It's also a really great client retention tool, but we can also think of it as an attraction tool as well. So bringing new leads into your business. Some clients might go straight to your meal planning membership site without working with you one-on-one, or before they commit working with you one-on-one, which is kind of a great low-cost way for potential clients to get to know you and the value that you add. Another cool thing about a meal planning membership site is that it generates recurring revenue. So your members will subscribe, meaning they automatically pay a fee every month. And unlike one-off consultations that might fill your calendar one month and lack the next, recurring revenue is a little bit more predictable and locked in, which I'm sure we can all appreciate. So having a subscription service that generates recurring revenue sounds kind of like the dream, right? But there are a few things that you must consider. So two kind of critical things before diving headfirst into it. So Avita, what's the first thing to consider?
Yeah, first, your subscription service must solve a problem your ideal client is experiencing. This is so important. People can get free meal plans and recipes online with a simple Google search or using, ChatGPT, but creating a service that offers something people can't get anywhere and that doesn't address a problem, it's not going to be successful. You can trust us on that. So again, you must create a subscription service that offers a solution to a problem that your ideal client has. For example, let's say you're a nutritionist specializing in helping women balance their blood sugars through a low glycemic diet, and you've recognized that many of them struggle with figuring out their macros to keep their glucose in check. So you could create a subscription service that offers weekly low glycemic meal plans with recipes, grocery lists, and balanced macros that take the guesswork out of a balanced blood sugar lifestyle and makes it, simple and fun. Or maybe you work with autoimmune clients who need help to stay compliant after their coaching package ends because they get bored. So you could create a subscription service that gives them access to monthly autoimmune paleo or AIP compliant recipe books to stay inspired and on plan. These subscription services would solve a problem for a very specific group of people and save them time and money. They offer a solution that they would be willing to pay for. But back to you for the second critical thing to consider.
Yeah. So second, have you built a big enough audience to support a meal planning subscription service? So running a membership site is only profitable if you have enough members to support it. You need to make sure that your business is at a point to support a revenue stream like this, and that you'll be able to attract enough members to not only cover your time and your expenses, but also to make a profit. So when done right, a meal planning subscription service can help your nutrition business scale, and the return on investment can be honestly really massive. So let's say that you are ready for this. You have been building up your nutrition business, you've graduated tons of successful clients, and you're feeling ready and committed to taking your business to the next level with a meal planning membership site. But I want to be real with you that creating the content for your service and setting up the tech side of things can honestly throw many practitioners for a loop. How many of you feel this, that you kind of get overwhelmed with the tech setup side of things? Let us know in the chat if that resonates with you. And yeah, so I can see some yeses rolling in, lots. Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. So that's what we hear quite often, and that is what we're here to do today, because we want to walk you through the two tools that will make creating and running a meal planning subscription service honestly just easy and a breeze. So using that Clean Life and Practice Better, you can create, you can set up and run your meal planning subscription service from start to finish. So this class is going to help you overcome those tech roadblocks so that you can get your subscription service out the door and to your clients. So let's quickly touch on what each of these tools will allow you to do.
Yeah, That Clean Life is nutrition planning software for high performance health professionals. So That Clean Life, where its role plays in your subscription service, is it makes it possible for you to create your weekly meal plans with your itemized shopping list, recipes, prep guides, and evidence. And you can also make recipe books and meal planning guides. So whether you want to deliver these meal plans every month with your membership, or weekly or bi-weekly, you can easily create all of this content with just a few clicks. That Clean Life will save you from having to hire, for example, a recipe developer and a food photographer, or do recipe testing, or find the right recipes on Google, which you maybe don't even have the rights to republish, or working with a graphic designer to create some beautiful PDFs of those meal plans and recipes. Perhaps you're trying to add up grocery lists and crunch numbers to keep things balanced. So we take care of all of this for you. We give you access to over 6,400 recipes. You also get access to over 145 done for you meal plans. So you have resources at your fingertips ready to go. We offer automation so you can easily generate meal plans based on calories, macros, or diet types. Everything you create super easy to share with clients, whether you do that through a shared link or a PDF document. And we are thrilled to announce that That Clean Life now integrates with Practice Better, which means you can embed your That Clean Life meal plans, recipe collections, or just one-off recipes into any client protocol or program to increase client success, engagement, and compliance. So this will really take your guidance within Practice Better to an all-new professional level that clients will love. Brittany, over to you to talk about what health practitioners can do with Practice Better.
Thanks. Yeah, so Practice Better is a practice management software for health professionals that allows practitioners to essentially just say goodbye to a patchwork of systems. And what I mean by that is pairing together all these individual pieces of software. So maybe your scheduler and Google Docs and wherever you're storing your documents and your files and client communications, and instead allows you to streamline all of those workflows together in one place. And that's really going to allow you to grow, scale, and serve your clients better. So instead, Practice Better, with that patchwork system, it was designed specifically for health and wellness practitioners to be that one place to run all aspects of the business, from booking, billing, form delivery, hosting client sessions, client care, running your group programs, and more. Practice Better is a comprehensive tool that allows you to do everything. You can set up and run your membership program. You can create it in different styles. Today, we're going to be looking at Evergreen. We'll look at how you can create those modules based on the content, and then it's essentially how you can handle the logistics of signups and payments. As a spoiler alert, Practice Better makes it super seamless by keeping everything in one place. Your payment, your billing, all of it is hosted through Practice Better. So you can also create a sense of community. And as you see today, we're also going to show you how you can share your nutrition plans directly in your program. So we'll take a look at that shortly in class here. So between That Clean Life and Practice Better, we have all the tools you need to make creating and running your meal plan subscription service easy. Now we're going to walk you through how to create a meal planning subscription service step by step so you can see for yourself. So Avita, let's kick things off with creating nutrition content within That Clean Life.
To show you how it works, we'll create, for example, content for a meal prep subscription. So this will be a weekly program designed to help clients with meal prep depending on the season. Creating weekly meal plans for this, subscription service can sound like a lot of work, but I will show you just how easy it is to do using That Clean Life. I mentioned with That Clean Life, you get access to over 6,400 recipes, and rest assured, these are recipes your clients will love. So our team of professional recipe developers create, test, and photograph every single recipe so that you can save time and create plans with confidence. This is also an ever-growing collection, so new recipes are added regularly to keep your clients engaged over time. From our large recipe database, you can find the right recipes in seconds using our filters. We have over 100 ways to filter recipes, such as finding specific recipes based on time, number of ingredients, cultural cuisine, cooking appliance, meal time and meal type, dietary needs, allergies and intolerances, and specific protein options. You can also search for recipes based on ingredients you want to include or exclude, and nutrition like calories, macros, and micronutrients. You can build out your meal plans using That Clean Life in 3 ways. The first way is by creating your plan from scratch. So for our meal prep subscription service, let's say we want to kick it off with some no-cook summer plans. So we can filter to find smoothies and salads, and we've got hundreds of recipes to choose from. Let's add a mealtime tag such as lunch and the sandwich tag to start creating our no-cook summer plan for our meal prep subscription service. You can pick your favorite options like this. Let's go for the salmon avocado sandwich. And when you click on a recipe, you'll see the directions, notes, ingredients, the ability to scale a recipe up or down, nutrition facts and tags, and every recipe gets a dietitian seal of approval before it gets published. And a feature we've recently released is AI Health Insights. So AI Health Insights uses AI to enrich every single recipe within That Clean Life with insights derived from each recipe's data. The insights are written in a way that helps your clients understand the why behind your nutrition recommendations. So insights may include concepts like the importance of protein, the power of various vitamins and minerals, which ingredients support heart health, and much more. So this is great for your subscription service because you're also then giving your subscribers nutrition education associated with each recipe on their plan. And it'll help promote better dietary adherence and outcomes. And this feature really differentiates That Clean Life from other meal planning software. So let's go back to creating that plan. So you pick your recipe, add it to a blank planner, and you can quickly build out week 1 of your program. So you're repeating for the other meals and days. And as you create the plan, the daily total nutrients, including calories, macros, and micronutrients, update in real time. And the grocery list is automatically generated and will update as you add and remove meals from the plan. Creating plans from scratch, I think, is like really awesome, but for some specific weeks in your subscription service, you may prefer like a plan that's already done and ready to be sent to your subscribers. So another option is to create a meal plan using our pre-made templates. So we have over 145 templates covering a wide variety of dietary conditions. For our subscription service, let's say for 1 month, you want to focus on helping subscribers go sugar-free. So we could filter the templates to search for sugar-free plans. Each template comes with an overview, evidence, a prep guide, a meal plan, recipes, and a grocery list. All you have to do is make a copy of the template, and then you can use it as is, or you can easily make modifications to our templates to personalize them to your client's needs. So think of templates as a way to help you get a plan to a client or to your subscription service in minutes. And then the third way to create your meal plan for your subscription service is using our automator feature. So you could generate a meal plan based on your group of clients' average calorie, macro needs, desired diet type, and more. So here I'm making a sugar-free plan with a specific calorie and macro distribution. The automator creates your plan in under a minute based on your filters and parameters. And once your meal plan is created, you can add your personal touch. If a recipe in the meal plan isn't the right fit, you can use the swap function to replace it with something comparable. You can mark meals as leftovers, making it easy for your clients to cook once and eat multiple times. And you can easily drag and drop meals to organize a plan in any way that you want. Once your plans are created, you're all set to embed them into your program for your subscription service and Practice Better. Next, Brittany is going to take us into Practice Better to show everyone how you can set up your subscription service using Practice Better. Before I go switch over to Brittany, I just want to mention this class is being recorded and the recording will be sent out to you either the end of today or by tomorrow. So yes, you will get that recording. And we've got the lovely Emma in the chat helping us with the chat and with the Q&A. So if you have any questions, we will go over those at the end. You can just drop them into the Q&A box. Okay, over to you, Brittany.
All right, I'm going to steal the screen share so that we can hop into Practice Better and now see how all of that comes together so that we can build the subscription service in Practice Better. So we're going to be using the programs feature in Practice Better, which is a great tool to use in a variety of ways. But of course, today we're thinking about kind of that membership or subscription style. So I'm going to navigate from my practice onto my programs. I will say that if you want to explore this sort of program, I do recommend either the plus plan or higher. So Practice Better has a few different plan tiers to choose from. So plus plan or higher will be ideal for what we're looking at today. Now, the programs and courses, one thing to note when we're creating it for the first time is we have a few different styles that we can choose from. My recommendation when you're coming up with a subscription service or membership style offering is to work with the evergreen program type. Now, that's going to allow your clients to sign up at any time, and you can choose to unlock all of the modules immediately or choose to drip them out. But this would be my recommendation is the evergreen. I have an example built for us today, so let's go ahead and take a look at my meal prep club. So let's look at the setup of this. It's really basic and simple, but super effective at helping you achieve membership or subscription style and generating that recurring revenue. So let's go into the edit program. This is essentially the window that you would see if you were creating your program for the first time. So you can choose an image, whether you choose from our stock images or from, something that you create yourself to give this a bit of a brand identity. Then we've got the title. So I have named this the Meal Prep Club and given it a tagline. One second. And then I have my description here. So this is something that you can use to talk about the value of your program or kind of what it includes, but this is going to be customer facing. So you'll want to make sure that you have this section filled out because this is going to explain what your program entails from an either kind of exactly what is included or the value and benefit. And you've got all of these different kind of formatting tools to play with, duration. So this is not necessarily to say that clients are going to get booted out from the program after this time elapses, but this is kind of setting the tone for how long, the content will be new for. Now, this part is key. So this is where this is going to set you up for the subscription service or membership style offering, and that is working with the ongoing payments pricing model. So within Practice Better, we have two different options here. We have fixed fee and we have ongoing payments. Ongoing payments is going to be the one that you want to select because this is going to allow us to charge on a monthly basis the fee that we want for our service that we're providing our clients. So let's go ahead and select the ongoing payments. I always like to describe this as kind of like the Netflix subscription or the gym pass. It's something that the clients will pay monthly until they decide that they are done with this particular service. If you have linked your Practice Better account with one of our payment processors, so either PB Payments or Square, you will be able to require payment at the time of booking, which I highly recommend. When the client signs up, they'll be required to pay that first installment and enter in their credit card details. So you've got a few more kind of setup options here, but I'm going to actually pull you over to the advanced options because this is where we're going to set that monthly fee and kind of create that recurring schedule. So in here we have again the pricing model of ongoing payments. This is what's going to be displayed for the client. So in this instance, for my example, I've set a $25 monthly fee for my meal prep club. Now you get to decide exactly what you charge for your subscription service, and we'll be giving you some helpful pointers and points to consider when it comes to pricing in just a minute here. So keep watching for that, whatever I am trying to say here. So I've got this displayed for my clients here. Again, I am saying I want to require at the time of booking. And I'm also checking this box. Now, this is important because I'm going to be able to securely store the credit card information for the client when they register for this program, which is going to allow those installment payments to happen automatically going forward month over month. The other key component to this is creating your payment plan. So we'll take a look at adding another just so you can see what this initial setup looks like. You're going to set the fee, say how often it repeats. So we're talking about kind of a monthly subscription service here, but know that the frequency could be a little bit different depending on the content that you want to include and your pricing model. But monthly, I think, is a good place to start. So we could even do something as high as 50 or whatever you decide. Make sure that the currency is reflected where you are. And you can say how often it repeats. So mine's going to be monthly, every single month. You can say when you want the payments to come out, and you can add a description. So that's going to be another kind of key part of setting up the payment options for your subscription service. So let's go ahead and hit save. Now it comes down to setting up your modules. So modules are where you're going to house all of the content and different kind of engagement pieces, including the nutrition plans for your clients within your program. So you can see with this example that I've created for us today, and it is very simple. And what's great about that is that this is a very kind of low lift in terms of the actual build of your program. So it will allow you to get started that much quicker, and definitely stay as long as you can to look out for our bonus, because we're going to make it a little bit even easier for you as well. So just 2 modules. The way that I have this set up is that the client is going to, on say the monthly basis, receive a new recipe book and grocery list. So when I create this, I'll be able to say my overview here, my description of the content module. I'll be able to mark this as unlocked. Now you might want to stagger the release of the content where it's dripped out at a certain interval for your clients, but I've chosen to unlock this so that the clients can access the content right from when they register at any point in time. So I've got my module name and description. Now I can move on to the content tab. So this is where I'm kind of building out the content. And you can see here that it's not a lot. It's a really kind of, again, easy build. I've written a little bit of a blurb about this particular theme. So maybe I want to switch this to monthly. As Avita showed us, this has inspired our theme for the month, the No Cook 14-day meal plan. I've given my subscription members kind of a blurb about exactly what that is in the content section. I could continue to add to this content section if I wanted to with different formatting tools. So things like images, videos, audio, or I can keep it really simple as you're seeing here. Then from there, we have all of these corresponding tabs that just make it so easy to add different engagement pieces to your program, or different resources for them. So tasks, I've kept this really simple, just asking the clients to review their new meal plan grocery list and to highlight what they need to purchase for the week. Maybe they already have some of the pantry items, or they already have some things left over from a previous shop, so they can go through that. So kind of like a little to-do list or homework for the client. And then you can choose what else you want to include. Now, for this particular service, again, I'm charging $25 a month. So that's also going to kind of help me determine the complexity or how in-depth I go with my subscription service and the content that I include. Evita already showed us how easy it is to head into that Clean Life to build out a lot of great content that's going to support this. So I'm going to navigate to the Nutrition Plans tab. And if your Practice Better account is integrated with that Clean Life, you'll have this option to add nutrition plan. Now I've already imported in my 14-day no cook summer inspired meal plan. So I'm going to select this and I can choose to view it. And you'll be able to see all of the different recipes that Avita walked us through and showed us how to include. I can go even further and start to look at more detail as I'm building this out. So once I've vetted it and made sure that this is exactly kind of what I want, because of course I can be looking through that Clean Life database right from within Practice Better. I'm just kind of, expediting things with this example that we've already created. I can make sure that box is checked. I can hit next. And I can go ahead and name this accordingly. So I'm just going to remove the word copy there from when I imported it into my That Clean Life account. I have options to allow for edits or exports. Now, this might be something that you keep in mind, that if you wanted to offer your subscription service at maybe a little bit of a higher price point, maybe you're going to allow for edits or allow for exports, and you're giving your clients a few more perks and permissions within it. Or you can keep it a little bit more basic to necessitate kind of the lower price point for your subscription service and leave it as is. I have the option of adding more recipes if I wanted, but this looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm. So now that's been added to my program. So I'm going to save changes to that. Now I'm just going to remind you again that when I've added this nutrition plan, I've done it to that specific module. So this first one here. The intention with the second module that I've created is to just act as kind of an archive. So as the months pass by and I'm releasing new recipe books and new grocery lists, meal plans, etc. for my clients, I can move the older ones into the archive and ensure that they still have access to them, and they can just focus on the newer one in the first module. So optional, and just an example of how easy this setup can be for your clients. Now, when we're thinking about, I mentioned kind of that the price point of your subscription will kind of help you determine the complexity or exactly how much you offer. Oftentimes, practitioners are going to offer a service like this because it's very efficient for them, it brings recurring revenue, and it's fairly hands-off. But maybe you want to offer kind of a higher tier price point for this particular service. So I'm going to show you an option within Practice Better that you can actually add some sessions to your subscription service. So I'm going to head to My Practice and to Services. So this is a page here where you're going to build all of your kind of individual services and what we call packages. So packages are just services that have been bundled together. And I'm going to head there now. So what's great about this is that we can take individual appointment types, like sessions that you're having with your clients, whether one-on-one or with groups, and pair them together with a program. That means that you can sell this package, and when a client purchases, they'll be automatically enrolled into your subscription service and have the option of booking in services with you. So maybe that's going to necessitate a little bit of a higher price point for the Meal Prep Club if the client chooses to also have those sessions with it. So the first step to this is to ensure that you have created your service. Now, the intention with this is that I want to be working with groups. So what I've done here is I've created a live cooking demo. When I'm creating the service here, I'm going to do the group service or class, and then I'll build out my service accordingly. So you'll have all of these different kind of options to run through, including how you want to offer this appointment. So for me, I'm going to have this be online or video chat. Maybe, you want to rent a community kitchen space and have some in-person cooking demos. You could absolutely do that too. But for today's demo, we'll just do the virtual. You can do a maximum attendee limit or leave that off if you want to have kind of open potential for how many clients you get in here. And you've got some other settings to roll through. So what this will allow me to do is create a spot on my calendar for these live cooking demos. I can add this to my package alongside the subscription service and use that as kind of an upsell opportunity where I can charge a little bit more. And then maybe I'm going to host these sessions monthly and focus on, the monthly theme. So the 14-day no cooking challenge. Maybe I'm going to be walking through some of those health insights about why I included certain foods, why they're important, how they add value, and the benefits that they provide. And I could also be showing some particular preparation techniques or cooking methods to really help clients learn. So just an idea there that if you wanted to kind of elevate and open up the opportunity to charge a little bit more, that you can pair this in a package. So putting together the sessions and the program, and then using this as kind of an upsell where you're charging a little bit more. Okay, so once you have figured out exactly what you're building, whether you are sticking with just the program that is an evergreen ongoing payment setup, or you've decided to do this package where you're pairing together sessions with the program, now it's time to actually share that with your client. So you'll see here that I've got the ability to create per client. So I can do that if I want to manually register a client. Maybe I'm on a sales call or someone's reached out to me or I'm working with an existing client and I'm kind of offboarding them. Or I can use the three vertical dots, so the more options button here, and I can share this link. And anywhere that I'm going to be marketing this subscription service out, whether it's my email newsletter, social media, etc., I can paste this link, and this is going to take the clients to a page where they can learn about the program here, the subscription service, and they can proceed with registering and inputting their payment details. So that link is going to be especially helpful when you are marketing out your program or the package that has the program and additional sessions. So similarly here, if I back up and I go to programs and I find that meal prep club again, always know that you can pull a link from the three vertical dots and you can share that link wherever you are talking about your program. So share registration link here, same idea. Okay. Now, once you're there, you've got a ton of different tools within Practice Better to engage your program clients from your subscription service. You can use things like broadcast messages to send the entire group a message very efficiently so everyone gets communication at once, but it still comes through as an individual message. You could, check in on clients' progress, give them access to journals. There's just so many ways that you can inspire them to see through the different content from your program. So hopefully that helps give you an idea of how you can pair these two things together. Before I finish up here, I'm going to hop over into our other window. So this is, I've logged into the client side. So what we were just in was the practitioner portal, but now here we've switched over. And Avita, maybe you can confirm that you can see my screen, that we're in the client portal here.
Looks
Great.
good.
Okay, so I'm going to just show you here from the client's perspective what they see with the subscription type. So from my resources, they'll go down to programs. Now this is my example client, so she's in a lot of programs, but we can go to Meal Prep Club and you'll see that she has access to her two modules that we've shown you. So let's go into that first one here. She'll see the blurb that we've created, so the monthly theme where we've described kind of what we're focusing on for that particular month. And then we've got the 14-day no-cook summer inspired meal plan at their fingertips. So keep in mind that the client can access this on their desktop computer or even their smartphones through the Practice Better app. So if they're in a situation where they're in the grocery store and they're trying to figure out what's for dinner and they need to know what the ingredients are that they need to pick up, they can do so very conveniently because, of course, most of us always have our phones on us and they can go into the recipes, check out all the ingredients, access everything that they need to on the go. So very convenient. And any additional kind of engagement pieces or resources that you've included in your subscription service will be here as well. So you can see that that task that I showed is there for the client to review, and they can click it when it's marked complete, add any notes for the practitioner as well, and then they'll hit complete. So just wanted to show the client side of things too, and how that meal plan pairs so nicely with the other content that you include in that program. Okay, Avita, I'm going to stop my screen share so that you can take it back over and we can pop back to our slide deck. All right.
Thanks so much, Brittany. I realized I was muted now. Okay, so there were actually a couple questions in the chat now about like what should I charge for my meal planning subscription service? So that was a great question because we're gonna tackle that next. Let's jump into the economics of a meal planning subscription service. So remember we said running a subscription service or a membership site is only profitable if you have enough members to support it. You need to make sure your business is at a point to support a revenue stream like this, and that you will be able to attract enough members not only to cover your time and expenses, but to also make a profit. To put this into perspective, let's say your meal planning membership costs $40 for the month to join. The tech associated with your membership site costs $89 for Practice Better's Plus plan per month. And then either $30 or $60 for That Clean Life, depending on which membership option you choose. Both will work in this case. So your tech costs can be anywhere between $120 to $150 per month, and more if you're adding other platforms. And let's say the service requires about 30 hours of your time every month to create the content, engage with your members, and market to your membership site. So when we do some math, you can see that to cover your expenses and earn $60 per hour, you'd need to have close to 50 members every month. So that's tech costs plus the hours you're going to spend, 30 hours times your rate, $60 an hour. So it's 1,800 plus the 150. I'm just doing things on the higher end over here. So it's 1,950 for the month of costs, and then your membership fee is $40 a month. So you'll need at least 49 or close to 50 members every month to cover the cost of your membership site. So if you attract 50 members, that's $2,000 in monthly revenue. But imagine you grew that to 250 members. So that would be, like $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue for that same investment. And of course, a big part of this cost here is I'm taking into consideration your time and your hourly rate. If you spend fewer hours making this or engaging on the platform or marketing it, and if your hourly rate is different, that is going to be a big chunk of that cost. This year, we analyzed the pricing of over 8,000 health professional services, and we found that a one-year meal planning subscription service was the most common offering. The average price for a one-year subscription service was $360 for the year, on average, and on the higher end it was $1,400 for the year. So the range varies based on what's offered. Like Brittany mentioned, at the lower range it's typically just those meal plans or those recipes offered, but in the average range you're maybe offering editable meal plans, so you're allowing your members to go in and edit and make modifications to their plans, and maybe you're offering access to monthly group calls or a community feature. And then on that higher end, you could be providing additional one-on-one coaching or chat functions and access to journals. So on that higher end, if you charged, I'm taking that $1,400 for the year, so that's $115 per month for the cost for your members or membership fee. So if you charge $115 per month for your meal planning subscription service, you would need to attract just 17 members to cover your costs. And if you got to 250 members, then wow, that's like $28,000. So that's a lot of money. It all depends on how much you're going to charge for your membership fee, what you're including, and how much time you're spending into it. So your tech costs will be pretty stable. The other costs will be your time and your hourly rate. So if you're thinking, I can't get to these numbers, hold up. I want you to meet registered dietitian Megan Hansen. So Megan is the creator of Metabolism Makeover. This is a weight loss program that has helped over 3,000 women achieve total food freedom. After participants have gone through Megan's 30-day Metabolism Makeover group program, they're invited to join M3, or Metabolism Makeover Momentum. So this is a monthly meal planning subscription service where participants get access to ongoing training library, weekly meal plans, monthly clinics with experts, and more. So the M3 costs $59 per month for that fee to join. And it allows participants to get access to that, continued support so that they can keep up the momentum that they have built. One more example is Alex Turoff. She's the creator of the Flexible Dieting Academy, a group coaching program that has helped hundreds of people achieve a body and life they feel amazing in. After participants have gone through Alex's coaching program, they're invited to a membership service called the Alumni Program to offer further accountability and support. This program fee is $49 per month to join, and it allows participants to get access to recipes, meal plans, bi-monthly group coaching calls, so that, again, keeping up that momentum they've built. And get this, Alex says that people have actually been in this program for years and years, like 2 to 3 years on average, they stay in that program. So I really hope that these examples get you a bit inspired of what you can do, what you can charge, and what you can offer within your subscription service. I know we covered a lot in this class. We went over what a meal planning subscription is, critical things to think about before, diving head first into that subscription service. And of course, we showed you how to use That Clean Life and practice better to set up and deliver your service. So I really hope this class helped you see why we say creating and delivering an awesome meal planning subscription service can be easy when That Clean Life and Practice Better gives you those tools you need to bring your subscription service dreams to life. So I'd love to see in the chat now, how are you feeling after seeing That Clean Life and Practice Better in action? Are you excited to launch your meal planning subscription service? You can let us know in the chat. And I also want to mention, if you are already a user of Practice Better and That Clean Life, then you're all set. You can log in and you can start creating your meal planning subscription service. Chrissy says that they are more clear on how to get this out, but I want to make this even clearer. So if you are a member of That Clean Life and Practice Better or either software options, you can join us again next week, Tuesday, June 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for an even deeper dive on how to create a meal planning subscription service. So the invite can be found in your That Clean Life dashboard or in the community for Practice Better. And we want you to get started with creating your meal planning subscription service right away. So we have that 14-day no-cook summer inspired meal plan ready to import into your account. This will be sent to you in the replay email. You can always email us at support@thatcleanlife.com if you have any issues accessing it. If you are not using That Clean Life, we have a special offer for new customers that will make it even easier for you to get started. I'm pretty pumped about this offer. It's not supposed to actually be released till next week, but as a thank you for attending, we wanted you to get early access. You can now get 30% off That Clean Life for your first 6 months. So this is for new customers only. To claim this offer, use the special discount link that I will post, or that someone will post into the chat, probably Emma, for that landing page to get you that bonus offer. But on the next slide, I'll also have a QR code up for those of you who have their phones available. And you will find the discount link in your class replay email after this live event. So please note that this offer expires June 30th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So there's that QR code. You can pop open your phones, get to that link to get 30% off, save 30% on That Clean Life for your first 6 months. If you have any questions, I'm just going to pop our emails onto the screen here in case anyone has to head out and can't stay for the Q&A. If you can, please do. We'd love to, hear from you and continue this conversation. We've taken a look at the new community space as well, so I encourage you all to join it and explore it if you haven't. It's an incredible resource and a great place to learn about new updates like features, integrations, and enhancements. Keep an eye out next week for exciting news as well. So again, you can save 30% off That Clean Life. That's the QR code. If you I see some questions right now. If you have That Clean Life, but you don't have Practice Better, you can head to practicebetter.io and try it free for 14 days to see if it's a good fit. And then you can purchase or continue your subscription if it is a good fit. So as a new customer too, I mentioned that discount is for till June 30th, but if you sign up before June 18th, you can also attend that coaching call for that deeper dive on creating your subscription service and get access to that 14-day meal plan ready to import into your account. All right, Brittany, I think we can stop recording and we can head into the Q&A next.
All right.